Hallo. Hello. Wait. Right. I'm speaking English again. How is it going? Hi. Hi. What's up? I am so exhausted. I'm so done. That's also why we are not having a drawing stream today. Okay, maybe I can actually put the study stream stuff. We have something to watch. Wait a second. No, that's the wrong one. No. Wait. There you go. Oh. There we go. Where's the chat? Where's the chat? That's the chat. How is everyone going? What's going on? Are you doing well? I am so tired. You guys believe me, like being on a con with an artist booth, it's so exhausting. I think I think I never was this exhausted and tired in my life. Oh no, wait. I can think of like 2 examples that are comparable. One of that was like traveling to Japan. For my year abroad. That was also very exhausting. But it was only exhausting in like a short period of time, right? I have a feeling I will need several days to recover from the convention. Gonna wait until more people are in here so I can start recapping the Dokomi and my experience. So that at least most people are like up to date. Because I can see that like when people join in an hour and they ask me how was the convention, but I need to kind of go back and re-explain it a lot of times, and I want to keep that as not as many times as possible. How are you guys doing? I can imagine that maybe some people will also join who kind of met me at the Dokomi. And they might be disappointed that I'm doing this in English. I hope that's not like putting anyone off. Oh, wait, do you think it might turn out to be the best decision to include anyone? Oh, becoming a glasses guy. Thank you so much for borrowing me those. I have a picture. Hello. Oh, Ironic Ecstasy. That name sounds familiar. Ordering pizza. We ordered pizza yesterday, and we ate that, and it was really good. It felt like a justified. What's the word? What's the English word? Reward. That's the word I'm searching for. But see, that's what I mean. Ah, hi, yeah, that's the username. Okay, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm still in brain rot mode. I am not awake and everything. Hi, Picty. I have sold a few things. That's a spoiler. I can say that I sold a few things. Oh my god, my model is overreacting a bit. Maybe I need to turn down the expression switches a teeny tiny bit. Wait, the model is gonna be a bit glitchy because I had to go in. I can turn down how sensitive it is. Wait a second. Where is it? Because I'm doing a lot of this, and I don't want to look perpetually terrified. You can change your username for your YouTube channel stuff very easily in the settings. What I had to kind of realize today is that you cannot change your Gmail address that easily, which is kind of a bummer. And with not easily, I mean you cannot. You cannot change it at all. Okay, I think my model should be a bit more calm now. I can still change expressions, yes. Okay. So, I think people are coming in, and I'm really excited that seemingly more people are gonna join today. I think actually the convention might have helped me a lot for the long run, but we'll see. You saw my... Oh, that's cool! Oh, that's cool. I didn't sell that many. Hello. I didn't sell that many, so... Okay, everyone's coming in. I think I can start recapping in a few minutes. But yeah, let me continue with my like emotional and physical state right now. I'm really fucking done. I can tell you that. I am so tired. My body is exhausted. My brain is only working in spikes. I had to take like a long bath today to kind of recover. And even after that, I could feel that. Oh my god. That was really emotionally draining. A lot of energy was taken from me that I have to recharge for now. Hey, hey. Okay. I think I will slowly start to get into the whole story. I will probably... Yeah, I can share the access for another email address. I tried that today and I had a lot of error codes for that. But I basically created a new email address. Like a new complete account, and I just added that account, and now I just need to switch accounts. Which is not that much of an hassle, fortunately. But it also really sucks that you like have to put in your real name and then you can like not hide it and stuff. It's really inconvenient in a lot of forms. Hello. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about some of the problematic stuff as well. Fortunately, none of that happened to me. But it was really scary to hear some of the stuff while you were at the con, basically. But I guess as soon as news spread, people kinda were aware, and also the people who did the bad stuff had to run away. But I'm gonna start recapping. I'm gonna start at the start. So yeah. As you might have known, I was really tight on scheduling for the Dokomi. I made several, not miscalculations, because I calculated in my plans correctly, but I failed to kind of put them in action. So, I think my prince arrived Wednesday, and like 3 postcards arrived Friday, actually. Yay, name change worked! That's great. See? Told you. It works pretty smoothly. So yeah, so there was this whole thing that we didn't have enough prints at first. Oh, that's not true. We had a lot of them, but we didn't have all. Also, we were kind of stressed with cutting stickers out because I printed all the stickers myself. And because I don't have a cutting machine, which I'm probably gonna purchase once we kind of got all the money back and we can actually start to save money for Miss Execution. Yeah, that's kind of a word for it. Hi, Lucy. Long story short, I'm gonna get a sticker cutter because that was really stressful. We basically cut stickers until the day of a con and also on the evening of the convention to slowly realize that we shouldn't have bothered to cut them all because we didn't sell like even half of it. So we could have had a much more relaxing con experience. I need to be kind of careful how much I talk about the experience when it comes to all the details, because I don't want to, like, badmouth the Dokomi or anything. Because actually, they did mostly everything correctly. There were, like, some organizational things that didn't go well, because the external security members basically were making chaos happen. Like, it was really confusing. They didn't correctly send the exhibitors to the right parking lots. Some people got sent to the parking lots that were supposed to be, like, there for us. So the parking lot was full, and we couldn't enter. And then, like, the driver we had to take some, you know... They had to talk to people from the Dokomi to kind of get a parking lot, stuff like that. But all in all, like, getting our stuff there wasn't a problem. It was a bit stressful and confusing at times, but we basically made all that happen. Right? So when it comes to, like, setting up the booth and everything, everything went quite smoothly, I would say. And then the convention happened, right? And this is the part that everyone is interested in. So how was it? Well... The phrase I used was, it was better than the worst case, right? Like, I was afraid that we wouldn't say anything. That didn't happen. But also, it wasn't, like, going very, very well. Like, overall. For our first convention, we basically sold very, very well. And now I also am in a headspace where I think it was overall a very positive experience that I had. Like, we sold a lot of stickers, especially the Monster Prom stickers my boyfriend designed, and the stickers of my cats. Maybe I'll show you those in stream, because not everyone was there. The people who like went at my booth probably know what stickers I'm talking about. So that was going well. I feel a bit bad about that. At first we didn't sell our A4. It was whelming. Yeah, like that. So we had A4 prints, which are like proper posters, and we had postcards, right? And the first 2 days we basically didn't sell any A4 prints, like maybe one of each, which was really under my expectations a bit. Because I don't know why, but especially the Kill la Kill print and the Chainsaw Man print were two that I was really proud of. And I thought they would, like, at least sell 3 times each, so they would kind of cover the production cost of them. And the Kill la Kill print later got sold a lot more. But that's because we kind of lowered the prices on Sunday in, like, a last day sale. Because we noticed that a lot of people were staring at the prints and considered them, and then kind of just decided against it. And I had the theory that it was because we sold them for 12 euros instead of 10. Right? Like, with 10 euros, people go like, oh yeah, I have that money in my bag. So a few people... Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm also really proud of the Kill la Kill print, especially because I didn't like it at first. But I later grew kind of fond of it, because actually it looks way better printed than on the computer. Like, some pictures that just happened. But yeah, so I kind of took a lesson that when you start out, you shouldn't bring as many A4 prints. Selling, like, postcards and A5 prints is the way to go. That's also something that other artists told me, that, like, yeah, in the beginning, you shouldn't really take that much A4 prints with you. A5 is more than enough. For several reasons. Like, the Dokomi was really, really big. It's really, really big this year. It was actually quite big before, but I never really noticed how big it was. And you have to, like, imagine you have, like, I don't know, hundreds of artists in that hall, in that alley. And they sell all their stuff, right? Hi, Kazigamint. So people buy a lot of stuff. And we were kind of like in the last row. Some people started in the last row, but other people got to us last. And they bought a lot of stuff already. And if they're like really art-loving people, they probably already have a lot of prints at home, which are like plastered among all their walls. So when you offer an A4 print, or even bigger A3 and stuff, you either need to have already an audience who loves your stuff, or you have like a really good print that kinda justifies substituting another print on their wall. And the hesitation to buy something big is way greater. With like a postcard, people are like, okay, I can still put that somewhere. And A5 prints are also more doable. But with A4, a lot of people go, but I don't know where to put it. Like, it's really big and stuff. So I kind of took that as a lesson. A4 is a no-no for now. I mean, I will still sell them because I have them, because I actually bought way too many prints. Because I didn't have any, like, expectations how much I should bring for my first convention. For reference, for the really good motifs, like the Kill la Kill one, I bought 150. And I sold 5 or 6. Maybe 8. I don't know. I don't have the list here right now. But, I mean, it already paid off. Like that one. It kind of refines itself with that kind of cells. But still, you know, we now have like hundreds of prints in our basement. Which is, on the other hand, really good, because I'm probably going to a few other conventions this year. And I can just sell them there. And I think, like, with time, they will probably just earn the money back. So, that's, like, one thing. Overall, I got a lot of positive feedback. Someone even bought the print for my own manga, which doesn't even have, like, a book yet, or even a chapter out. But they were like, oh no, it looks cool, I want to remember it, and I really like when people do their original stuff, and I want to support you, and they just bought it. And that made me really, 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 really happy. Okay, wait, I need to, like, open the... Yeah, just open the sticker sheet. And, you know, at first it got kind of frustrating that we didn't sell a lot, and people were just, like, staring, and some people were, like, commenting, oh, that looks cool. But, you know, then just went by and didn't buy anything. But I kind of learned to think about it the correct way. The correct way to think about that is not like, people are not buying. The correct way is to be like, oh, people like my stuff, you know? And I think it would have been way easier to think like that if we didn't have like a really big artist next to us. Which was also something that I feel very meh about. At first I was kind of like, oh, we're at the end of the hall. Okay, that still has its perks, right? We didn't have like the masses that were stuck, so people could actually linger at our booth and talk to us. That was really great. But when it came to the big artist next to us, it was kinda... It had way more negative effects than I anticipated, because at first I was like, okay, so we have a really big booth next to us. That's great, because people are gonna, like, get to us because they want to get to the artist, and they have to look at our stuff, right? Well, the thing is that they sold out in the first 2 days, and I think they were basically completely sold out by, like, the 3rd hour of the 2nd day or something like that. And they pretty quickly, like, removed all the stuff from their booth, and they went away a lot. So we had, like, a giant empty table next to us. And everyone who came was basically just like, oh, they're gone, and they only looked at the empty table and stuff, and they just went away. And even when we had traffic with them, we had so many people next to us at the booth that they were kind of spilling over to us. And the other people who passed us couldn't see us at all because all the people were standing in front of our booth. We kind of tried to, like, if it got too much, we just, like, politely asked people to move over. Oh yeah, that's true. We didn't have to turn around all the time. That's true. Like, I think the position, like the last line in the hall, is actually not a bad one. My boyfriend got kind of frustrated with it, but I believe that, in principle, it's a really good spot to be at. Because what I like to do is to, like, talk to people who are interested and tell them about my stories and the stuff that I do. And they can, like, stand way longer at our booth because they don't get pushed from at all sides. And a lot of people even commented like that. And also some people said that they were able to remember us more easily because you can just be like, oh yeah, they were in the last row of a con... That's like very easy to remember. And I can actually confirm that because I searched for booths a lot of the times I went out to like meet an artist that I met at the convention and stuff like that. So I think the spot in it of itself wasn't bad, but the... But the big artist next to us was definitely more of a drawback. And I think that's not in general because it was a big artist, but because the artist was kinda... I mean, I feel bad for them because they basically they caught a cold the first day they arrived in Germany. And, you know, they sold out so fast that they just had to turn people away at some point. So I kinda have, like, empathy for that, but also, they just, like, on the third day, they basically were not at their booth. And as far as I know, you're supposed to be there. Even if you sell out, right? You're supposed to be there. A lot of people came by there and were really disappointed that they were not there. And also pretty quickly, on the third day, the other artists next to them also packed their stuff and got away. I don't know why, or if that was communicated with the staff or stuff like that. But for us, it was kind of meh, because we just had two big empty tables to the left of us. And we could tell that people were kind of skipping that spot then. And, you know, when we still had traffic, people were in front. Like I said, you couldn't see our stuff then. But also, a lot of the time, people kind of, like, went to our booth and looked at stuff, and then they noticed the big booth next to us, and their attention immediately went like, oh, what's that over there? And they just, you know, went away. So, preferably, I think it's way better to have a booth next to you which is of similar size and interest as yours. Like, ideally, you have, like, someone you actually know next to you. That also has the perk of, like, being able to talk to them and to, like, get some support. If, like, someone needs to get away, they can, like, kind of pay attention to your booth and stuff. Because that artist also didn't talk with us, like, at all. Like, on the day we built our booth, they kind of looked at us. And that was the most contact we got to them. Yay. But on the other hand, the other booth that was next to us, that guy was really nice. So, enough bad talking a big artist. I want to say that, like, you have to take into consideration, I might also be just a bit salty about them. Because, you know, they were, like, sold out immediately, and then they just, like, went away. Yeah, that's, like, the point, right? Like, we had to tell a lot of people, like, yeah, I have no idea where he's at. Maybe he'll come back, maybe he will not. Which is also, like, something, like, they could have told us. But they didn't, so... Well, like I said, I don't want to, like, just, like, talk shit about someone. I think it's also just, like, even if we didn't have a big booth next to us, we're just, like, not that known for now. And it's, like, a little negative thing. Overall, I'm very positively, I wanted to say impressed, but I'm not impressed by my own performance. I guess what I want to say is that I have a lot of, like, positive things I can take away from the whole thing. We sold decently. For our first convention, we had, like, a minimal financial loss. Thanks to the fact that we sold a lot of stuff at the Bring and Buy, actually. Like, the amount of money we earned with our own prints and stickers, we earned the same amount at the Dokomi Bring and Buy with our figurines and used mangas. But thanks to that, we actually financed, like, the booth itself and all the prints we bought. And I think that's a net positive. I mean, maybe they posted about it somewhere. But I could also tell, like, some fans didn't know what was up in general. They also misgendered the artists a bunch of times, which I think is weird. But, you know, at some point I just decided, okay, I cannot afford to, like, pay attention to the big artist next to me. I need to pay attention to what's happening here. Our commissions were also doing great. Like, we offered small printed commissions. The people will tell us the character and show us a ref sheet. And then we would draw it on our tablet and we would print it with, like, a selfie printer. Which we forgot on the third day. And someone had to bring it to us all the way from our city to Düsseldorf. And we really appreciate that happened. And we had, like, 11 commissions, which we finished. And I got a good tip on one of them, which I was really happy about. Oh yeah, yeah, I wanted to, like, go into what sold best. Let me see. I have all the stickers here. Let's start from the bottom. Okay, the sushi set. That didn't sell, like, at all. Which was, like, okay, when you talk about negatives, this was the most disappointing thing to me. My sushi set didn't sell at all, and I think it's a mixture of we didn't present it well enough. Like, people didn't even get that the big chibis, the soya mermaid, that they were, like, part of the sushi set. They only thought the sushi set was, like, the little stickers. So, yeah, that was a bit disappointing because I put a lot of hopes in these stickers. You know, and yeah, like the small ones sold decently. We sold a few of those, but they were really cheap, so that didn't really give us anything. And I really thought that the bigger chibis would maybe put in some. But yeah, these sold well, especially the chopstick ones. That one sold a bunch of times. It's actually one of the most, like, the better looking ones of the set, I guess. It was a sticker set to sell them together. It was an offer to, like, buy all the sushi stickers and to buy the free chibis, but people didn't get the fact. Or you mean, like, all stickers, or what do you mean? But yeah, I was really sad that this one also didn't sell. Like, I think we sold one of each, except for the bunny, and the bunny I gifted away to an artist who decided to take the bunny. So I think it's actually more of a presentation thing. We need to have, like, a nice placement for them, and I think I will draw an illustration. Seven didn't go well. Yeah, same. But I think if I, like, draw a print, like an illustration where we have all the three characters together, where I kind of make clear that the idea is that these are sushi parts. Oh, you mean that I don't give out the single stickers, but only the sets? I don't know about that. I want to also be able to sell them individually. But yeah, I could say that you only get the little ones with the big ones. But I will probably also make the sushi stickers a bit cheaper next time. Yep, so there's the next. Oh yeah, my personal Katta stickers with me. They actually sold pretty okay. I mean, they were mostly to, like, give away to people who follow me, and I handed them out for free. I did that too, but there were also people who didn't know me and just bought it. Like 3 or 4 people bought these stickers and I was like, that's just me. Is my avatar that cute? But yeah, they did kind of decent. But when we talk about decent, I mean like 8 times or something. 8 times or something. Okay, that's the Cringe is Dead one. Okay, Cringe is Dead. With Cringe is Dead, a lot of people kind of laughed at the concept of it. Here we go. Yeah, the best one of the cringe set is definitely the I might be cringe, but I'm free. Like, people kind of like resonated with that. They commented it a lot, and it got sold a decent amount of time. A few people bought the I might be cringe free one, and they didn't even see the small printed sentence beneath. But honestly, he knows really society is a construct, and so is our flawed perception of what you consider cringe. I hope a lot of people who bought it just like kind of look at it and be like, wait, something's written there. That was decent. The free cringe ticket got away a few times. The cringe heart was actually, I think, the most popular among the I might be cringe, but I'm free. Which I understand. Someone even asked me if that's like one of the pride flags, and I was like, it might be. It's not intentionally so. Because, you know, I thought about putting in some queer stuff, but I don't know. It kind of has the connotation of calling being queer cringe in it of itself, so I decided to not like make that connection because that was too touchy for me as a straight cis woman. You know, I don't want to give that vibe off, so I didn't do that. But yeah, the heart sold pretty decently. You know who didn't sell at all? Didn't printed those. But Chibi didn't sell at all. And I'm very disappointed because I know Cringe-chan is cringe, and you know that's what she's supposed to be, right? Like, that's the whole ironic idea of a set. And yeah, the stickers of her didn't sell at all. So and we cut the most of those, and they were the most painful to cut out, all for nothing. But maybe if I, like, get to, like, advertise the set more, maybe make some funny comics with Cringe-chan or stuff like that, maybe then. Maybe then. The pink girly girl is a trans icon for me. That's, like, my headcanon, that she's actually trans. But, like I said, I don't really want to connect the two things, because some people might consider that bad, and I don't want, like, I'm not yet at the point where I want to get a shitstorm for anything I do, so I'm kind of, like, just really about it. She needs lore. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a few things. And here, ladies and gentlemen, really look at the bestseller. I think it's the combination of this being a combination of this being like a cat person thing, and it's really funny, and we also had like a small sign that correctly stated that this cat had a teeth operation, and we appreciate any support we get. Like, please consider buy his stickers and stuff. And I want to make clear that that happened earlier this year. As you might know, he lost all his teeth except for, like, the fangs in the front. And I think he actually made a lot of money back, so he kinda paid us back with this. And this was basically the bestseller of all of them. And I understand. This is funny and cute. It's a combination. It's like, haha, cat stuff. And I actually considered to make a set, like, with my cats. But I need to, like, get a one of the other cat that is equally impressive, because the Leo stickers didn't sell as much. Wait a second. Where am I in the project? There. Yeah, this one. This one didn't. Cute cat always goes like nothing. Cats are just a gold mine. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep mining that because I have 2 very beautiful cats. I just think the concept of this one is not universal enough. And I also think I didn't draw this pretty easily. This is like a cat, Matt. And, you know, he does this. He kind of gets behind it next to the wall and tries to catch his own tail. He does that a lot. Oh yeah, we could also do one with our snakes. It's like our pet thing. But Leo didn't get as much love. And I want to change that and make a sticker that is as iconic as the other one. These didn't sell at all, but one person. One guy who got interested in hard liberation bought her sticker. Hanaka got one sell. Rio sadly didn't. But I think that's just a matter of actually publishing the story so people know the characters and want the stickers, you know? I basically only made them... we only cut like 10 or 20 of those. Or 30 maybe. I got confirmed that I made a great decision. Like, we made a great decision when we wrote these characters. And used them as the protagonists of a story, of an original story. Because... I basically cater to two audiences. I cater to girls or like people who are attracted to men who kinda like nice, pretty boys, even though Rio isn't as much of a pretty boy, but you know. So I basically have a guy, and I can spoiler that for you. He is gay, so there is like some boys' love potential in there. So when I talk to people about the original story, I actually didn't say that he's gay, but they were like, "Oh, I think like that's my kind of character. I really like that there's this guy there." And when it came to dudes, I have a strong tomboy character who's also like a bit feminine. And I hit that taste, like, on the nose. Like, the person who bought the sticker was like, oh my god, this is basically, like, ticking off all my boxes, if you know what I mean. And I was like, I knew it. I have great marketing potential with this. I just need to actually, you know, publish the story that I'm really passionate about. But I kind of got, you know, confirmed in my thinking that not only do I... actually am constructing an interesting story, but I might actually be able to also get paid for that a few times if I play my cards right. So even though she only sold once, I'm kind of impressed that I sold anything. I sold the one print with them, and I sold the one sticker. Yeah, so we're there. And yeah, the Monster Prom ones. Those were the other one. The Monster Prom stickers got a lot. The sweaty painting of Hanaka will probably be redrawn at some point. I just gonna take the same motif and gonna draw it one-on-one, but this time without me hating it to death, and then I will probably do a postcard with her. That's the idea. But yeah, it was exactly like we anticipated. People were like, oh my god, Monster Prom, I never see stuff from that. And they bought like entire sets of these. I think this is... No, the Gala one, like individually was the strongest thing, but the Monster Prom stickers as set got sold the most times and earned the most money, I think. Like, that's some context. I'm known to be the one who does like the iconic chibis. So we kind of assumed that my stickers would sell well. But Uno Reverse Card, my boyfriend who kind of gaslighted himself into like, oh, my stuff's not gonna sell, blah, 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 blah. He sold the most. And I just think that's funny, and I'm really glad it happened. This was really wholesome. Wait a second, I have the folder with all my prints ready somewhere. Then we can go through the prints, and then I'm gonna talk a bit more about some stuff. And you can ask questions, right? So if you have any questions, just ask away. For some reason, the print file doesn't show up here, so I have to search for it. If you have any questions, because it's kind of hard for me to recall everything, and no, you're not gonna look into my folders. Oh yeah, I can still talk about my workshop that I did, which went really well. Yeah, I'm also really happy for him. But yeah, like when it comes to presentation, so how our booth looked, I think our booth looked fine. But I already know that there are some things that we need to like improve on. We need banners so people know that we're two artists, first of all. And presenting like the sticker sets with like a nice background behind each sticker set so it's clear what's what set. Just generally maybe putting all the stickers together might be a good idea, or at least at the same height, both of them. We also need to kind of organize. I think we need postcard stands basically. So just like be more clear about what's from whom of us, and also just getting a more like professional setup, I guess. No, wait a second. These are the printed ones. Where are the files? Where are the files? Right there. There we go. I will send you a voice message. I already sent one in the Telegram group. I will forward that to you on to you as well. I made that like today, a few hours ago. The Sailor Moon print, as a print, sold decently. I think I sold the print like 3 times. But as a postcard, this went away really good. And I think the magical in-between is to have an A5 print of her. And maybe with like the small conventions we're gonna do, maybe I'm gonna get some prints of those once we got a bit more money. Because this one got a lot of love. And I got several requests to like do a whole line. And maybe I will do at some point. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm considering to do like maybe like at least the main is it Sailor Warrior in English? I mean, it's Sailor Kriegerin in Deutsch. But yeah, at least like Mercury, Jupiter, Mars, and Venus as well, and reformat them into bookmarks. I think bookmarks might be the perfect format for these. So that's one. The Kill la Kill one! Here you go. This one was the most popular print. Especially after we lowered the price a bit. Oh, and I wanted to say that I'm so sorry to anyone who like spent 2 more euros on these. I think actually my prints are worth the 12 euros, so I hope people wouldn't be upset if they would know that we kind of sold them for cheaper on Sunday. But like I said, we sold like 1 of each. And suddenly when we put the price down a notch, like only those 2 euros, people bought them like crazy in comparison. Like we sold... Hell yeah, thank you. Yeah, the lesbian couple would probably get another one. But, wait, I know their names, Pluto and Neptune. But I would like to only do the other 4 for now, because it's gonna be a lot of work to kinda execute that correctly. I'm gonna let it be there. I might consider also doing an A5 print, because I think this is a really nice one. And I think it will sell over time. I just need to catch all the Trigger fans. And Ramma was okay. Sold a few times, but the postcard was a bit too small. I think A5 is also the magical spot for this one. But I gave it away to a few artists, and a few artists were like, oh, Ramma, and they took it, so maybe this was a nice one. And here are my babies. And I sold it 1 time, and that one sell made me so happy. It was like, oh my god, it was worth now. Like, just knowing that one person looks at this and is interested in it, great. Makes me happy. Alright, you still have to buy your share of prints. You can just come by at some point. And we'll make a deal. This one, my boyfriend made that one, also sold a few times. Obviously. A lot of people pointed at it and liked it. And he kinda hates it, and he hated drawing it because look at those details. That's a lot of work he had to put in there. And it paid off. So, that was an okay sell. Cheshire, I think as a print, we sold one, but it's also available as a postcard. And it got bought a few times because a lot of people were like, oh, Magical Wonderworld, I haven't seen that in a while, and they bought it. So, in my opinion, having popular things is actually not necessarily as strong as having, like, niche things. When you do popular stuff, you either have to, like, have a niche inside that popular stuff, or you have to have, like, really pretty artwork or a really good concept behind it, because people are just gonna, like, be like, yeah, I like it, and I like the franchise, but I already have, like, 10 Genshin prints in my room, so why would I get another one? That was also the problem, I think, with the Genshin one. We sold the Dokomi Recap, postcard one time. It was kind of sad. But, the one person who bought it thought it was really, really, really funny, so still good feedback on that one. Yeah, my boyfriend's original idol character didn't get any love, sadly, but you know, what do you expect? It's an original character and no one knows this. Sad. I missed one. There it is, my Chainsaw Man print. It sold one time. Yeah, Genshin is, like, overtaking it, and if you are not, like, a really popular artist already, or you don't have a really special thing going on, well, the Dokomi Recap is a really niche use case, that's true. So yeah, Genshin is kind of overrepresented, and I think it was also with, like, with Chainsaw Man, a lot of people were kind of like, oh my god, another Chainsaw Man artwork, and I was like, but there were not that many. I mean, I guess more because it's, like, a recent, really popular series, but not nearly as much as Genshin. And I can tell you, I saw no other Chainsaw Man illustration that hits this style. Because, like I said, when I drew it, I used as inspiration the original cover design of the Chainsaw Man manga. Like, I used a strong color combination with, like, the yellow background and the pinkish reddish tone of a foreground mixed in with the green. That's really close to the original style, and I moved around the LA, and I was right. You either had really cute Chainsaw Man art or really edgy, but, like, not with that color. And the people of culture, I would say, who, like, looked at it and liked it, had all this take. They were all like, I like the colors. It's kind of different than the other ones. Also, I think a problem is that people think that this is a ship fan art, but it's not. This is not a positive ship fan art. What I wanted to illustrate with this one is, like, the manipulative nature of Makima. This is not supposed to show a couple. This is definitely not a couple print for me. But, yeah, the people of culture win the 18+ area. That's cool. What I would be... Yeah, power... I think, actually... it is not a ship fan art, yeah. Actually, I think I could also make a Power print that sells to a niche audience inside the fandom, because a lot of Power fan art made her cuter than she is, or was really horny. And I think there's a decent amount of people who vibe with Power, but not on those two levels. So, yeah, I actually considered to make a fun Power fan art. But, like I said, I'm kind of scared away to do, like, that much of a big franchise. I like to do stuff that I'm passionate about myself. It just so happens that I like Chainsaw Man a lot. But I think I'm actually gonna go more into the direction of, you know, like the trigger stuff. Like Kill la Kill. Something that people are as passionate about, but don't get new stuff. Power is a gremlin, correctly, and there wasn't a lot of gremlin fan art. Yeah, not a couple of characters that should be shit, right? Yep, it's a reference. It's also to the first part of a manga. But, Because, you know, I think that's not a spoiler. Makima has dogs. Ah. So, at least it's like about the like middle part, basically. And also, it's a really you know what song inspired me to draw this? I can show you. I also took the main motive kinda away from that song, but I put a lot. I put in a lot of work to kinda do more. That one. And it's called Like a Dog. Yeah, she's been calling her like a dog to start. And I listened to this. And this is like the main motivation. I even used a line here. Here, turn back for clock. I will set it in motion. So won't you tell me? Yeah, this line. Accept your future path wasn't yours to be chosen is even the tagline of the illustration in most of the descriptions. So that's basically why I decided to put a dog in there as well. Oh no, this is loud now. So now you know a fun fact about that print. But yeah, I think this print will be a grower. Like, if not now, I think once the hype around like maybe the hype kinda goes away a bit or something. Or people kinda get into the newer part, like the animated depths, the second part and stuff. I think this will pay off at some point. I believe in this print a lot because I like it a lot. Much like the Kill la Kill print. And I mean, the Kill la Kill print sold. So I believe in those eyes. I believe in them. Yeah, I know, I put the music quieter. But really loud because I put on the other one. And yeah, and our commissions. I can show those too. I just need to synchronize them. I also need to send some people the original files. Right, I need to download them. But you know, I can talk while it's synchronizing about the workshop. I did a workshop about animatics on Sunday in the last time slot. So it was the last thing people could do at the convention, basically. And you know, my boyfriend told me, you know, it's Sunday. A lot of people don't know or don't care about the workshops. I bet there's only gonna be like up to 10 people sitting there. And I was kind of like preparing for that in my head. And then I come to like the registration and I'm like, hey, I'm the workshop person. And I kind of talked a bit with them and then it was like, oh yeah, how many applications do we have? And they're like, 78! And I was like, 78? 78? And I got really nervous. But yeah, and even more people came and kind of put in their application for the workshop in the last minute. So I talked in front of like over 80 people. And I think they liked it. I got positive feedback for it. I even got the applause in the end. And a lot of people asked me questions afterwards. And I felt really good after that. I talked in front of 80 people, yeah. Over 80 people. So that was a really good experience. Okay, I think I can now show you the commissions I did on the spot. And we're gonna probably start offering them for more than €5 because I put a lot of work into them. This is one of the last ones I did on Sunday. This is another one. And what we did was, like, people could give us the commissions. They would show us, you know, the ref sheets and stuff. And we would print these live, like, in a small selfie printer. And we printed them and gave them to them. And the start was €5. And we were like, but you can give us a tip if you like it. And one person actually gave us like €35 as a tip, which made me really, really happy. And it wasn't that person though. But I think also some people might consider giving a bigger tip once I send them the original file. Yeah, I'm not that satisfied with that one. This one. This is the tip one. It's a character from Potionomics. I don't know that game. But the person was really happy about it. So this is... I'm really proud of this one. And the other two ones. Yeah, we're gonna start with 10 from now on. Oh yeah, someone asked us to draw Germa. Which was really funny because I didn't know that YouTuber existed. Existed at first. And then my friends were like, yeah, but Germa. And then I was like, okay, apparently that guy exists. And then someone just comes up to me and they have like an eater bag of that guy that is just plastered with photos of him. And they're like, can you draw him for me? And I'm like, sure, how am I supposed to draw them? And then they decided to want them as a chibi, and it was... I got told later on that I should pronounce the chin more, but you know it's a chibi, and that's kind of against the concept of a chibi, so it was really hard to kind of do it, but you know, you do what you can do. Oh yeah, and this was one from a furry. Yeah, Potionomics has good character designs. I can attest to that. I had to search through them, and yeah, my boyfriend did also some commissions. I don't have these on hand. We had 2 furry commissions, which I didn't do because I was like, I would do it, but I'm not A+ chibi genre. Thanks. And I was like, I cannot draw furries. I'm sorry. I can only like attach ears and tails to people, but if I do it, the face will not be great. But my boyfriend did the furry ones. To our surprise, the furries didn't tip. I'm like not mad at people who didn't tip, but you know, I kind of expected that because all I hear. Yeah, the IS by laugh badge. Yeah, I on purpose made that colorful so that people could tell. But yeah, I'm the most proud of this one, and I think I could do that one better actually. But I'm like, drawing on the spot is really hard, you guys. That was a lot of pressure to like get it finished on time. I might actually offer to them that I will send the picture to them and be like, if you guys want to shade it, just tell me. I can also add a few shadows or something. Like, it's not gonna take a lot of time to do that. Spicy furry art gets the tips. That's true. It was just like regular furry art. In the end, I should just move to the 18+ area, and then I can earn a lot of money. Yeah, I'm gonna do a full video later on, but I want to like take my time and reflect on everything. Because it's so fresh, I cannot take it all in right now. I'm just glad that we made a low financial loss over this. It wasn't a complete failure. Actually, I was told several times that we were doing pretty good for our first convention. Yeah, I know, like drawing spicy stuff. It's what I told someone that before I do that, I need to nail anatomy. Because you can't see everything. Thanks, you guys. It's fun to hear that you actually are interested in how I'm doing and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna probably adjust some things. I think the biggest thing we need to adjust is like organizational stuff, arranging the booth itself in a more pleasant way. We're probably gonna stick with... I mean, wait, I can show the booth to you guys. Give me a second. I need to go to Twitter. Whoop. I hope Twitter healed somehow. It's getting really... Okay. Getting really bad with Twitter right now. Yeah, that's our booth. And you know, there's like... Actually, I think the empty spot is because we were... changing things, the print fell off and we didn't put it back. Yeah, we need kind of like on the second. This is the first day. On the second and the third day, we had the we arranged the prints on here better. I pretty like at first these two prints were hanging on the side and we moved them over. We printed the white Monster Prom logo there. And rearrange those. Yeah, he cosplayed Rio. On the first day. Which is how I figured out that this is the first day. And I'm wearing the Super Eye Pitch Wolf shirt, which you cannot see here. We had a small donation box for cats, and we had the stickers right next to it. But what I mean with, like, for example, the sticker thing, we need to have like a background that kind of frames all the stickers in it, so people are like, okay, this is the entire set. Because like this, the sushi set about, people just thought it's like 10 euros for that, and nah, no, not 10 euros for that. I will probably also change the price of the cheapest to 2 euros, and stuff like that, you know. Oh yeah, the Cringe is Dead postcard that sold okay. But just okay. Yeah, and this is where we had like your characters here. The accessories of Keto also sold okay. But you know, people were kind of confused that we were two artists. Like after we told them, they were like, oh, so that's why you have a split color thingy. So we're probably gonna print small banners that we can like hang separately. So people then know who we are and what we do. But we're also considering to not do the stand like this. Oh, hi Kamina. Look at you. And have like walls instead. And maybe have like a second row or something. Also like postcard stands. Just like leading the eye of the people passing by a bit more. Yeah, you can see we still had the 12 euros on there. So we're oh, that's another thing. We're only doing like even prices from now on. Secret Kamina cameo. Yeah, I don't know how many people actually saw the figures. We're also not gonna put figurines up anymore. It's just a hassle to kinda pull them out. Yeah, it was there on Sunday as well. I think it actually didn't stand there, but on the other side, and looked over to the other side because the booth was empty by then, and I was like, yeah, he can face out there. But yeah, he was standing there. Silently. Menacingly. Also, there's a Simon behind there, but you cannot see the Simon from there. But yeah, probably we're just gonna figure out a better way to display stuff. No, we didn't. Yeah, that's another thing. How did I not see him? Ah. Yeah, maybe we should have showed you. It's like the pop-up... I think it's pop-up parade, that line. But yeah, I'm also like thinking about, okay, we're gonna offer more prints, and then we can like have fewer of those for like the first time being, and have a book with everything in it so people can see it. Also later on I had like a panel for my manga printed and laid over there so people could see that I'm doing an original stuff. Yeah, pop-up parade. So yes. We just need to like improve, but I think that's just a natural progress. Like, it cannot be perfect at first, right? Also, we had like a bowl of candy in the middle of it. Oh yeah, this might be the good time as any to like talk about the bad stuff that happened at the convention, right? Like at some point, our booth neighbor on the other side, who was nice, came up to us and showed us a treat, and someone impersonated staff and gave artists a popsicle that was drugged. Yes, someone got drugged in the artist alley, and people were like bashing the Dokomi and were like, you need to take better care of people and stuff like that. And like on the next day, a staff came to us and talked to us and were like, is everything okay? By the way, please don't accept food from anyone, even if they wear the staff shirt or something like that. Also, they told us to take care of our belongings because people steal money and stuff. Like, that happened again this year, of course. Some big artists' money got stolen. And yeah. Yeah, the drugging also didn't work. Like, I think the artists took like a few bites and they noticed something was off, and they like instantly put the popsicle away, or like the ice cream. They later sent the ice cream to the police. You know, they basically talked to people about it and stuff. People were aware. But yeah, that's like some of the things that were kind of scary. Like, you're just sitting there and having a good time. I mean, on the first day we were kind of sad sometime, but still having a good time. Having this experience, and then people come up to you and be like, oh yeah, by the way, please don't accept food. People got drugged. And you're like, what? Who got drugged? Where? That was really bad. I think there isn't like a use to like questioning stuff like that. But that was basically one of a few bad things that happened. There's also like during my workshop. Nah, that wasn't the weirdo dressed in the Nazi uniform. I saw that as well. Dokomi got a lot of shit because of that one. I think it's a... The thing is, like, last year I was really upset at the Dokomi as well. Not because of the uniforms and stuff, but because the entrance wasn't, getting into the con was really shitty last year. But I think this year was a bit better. I mean, I only got in from the side of, like... How was the Dokomi vibe? I mean, I didn't get to run around a lot. Like, I was basically spending my entire time in the artist alley. I think the 18+ area was fun. Not because I was in there. I never set a foot in it because I didn't get to do that. But I got told a lot of funny stuff about the 18+ area. I have no idea what shows were offered, because I couldn't attend any, so I didn't inform myself about them. I just heard a few stories about a cosplay show that was, like, good and bad together. You got the food offers. The food offers were, like, okay, I think. Like, I think the line and waiting was a bit long, but we also brought our own food, so I cannot talk about quality or anything like that. I had the impression that the commercial area, like the hall 1, where you have all the official merch, I think that was emptier than before. At least I had the impression that there was more space. And I think the reason is that they controlled better who attended the convention as a merchant. Because I didn't see the typical fake booths that I usually see. The workshop rooms were nice. And the artist alley was really big. It's really Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. It was really overwhelming. It was a lot of artists. Okay, bye Piggy. Have a good rest of the day. And I'm not gonna take candy from any strangers. Which is funny because we offered candy, but it was like packed into a bowl. And I think it actually helped a few people who were like, who didn't have enough sugar on that day, so. But yeah, popsicles is a bit strange. I don't know if I would have accepted that. Probably I would have if they like wore the staff shirts. But that was weird. I think like when it comes to booths though, like our goal is to be there next year with 2 friends who will also like make an application for a booth. And I think then you actually don't need that many helpers because I had 2 helpers with me for 3 days. And I can confirm it did help carry me through the day. Yay! We help people! Yeah, we basically offered it to every single person, like cosplayers especially. Oh, that was so sad. Okay, explanation. We artists had our own toilet. And it wasn't great. It was like 4 toilets for every single artist and helper in the hall. It was 4 toilets in the beginning, but then one stopped working, so it was 3, and the lines were crazy. They were even longer than the ones for the general customers. And so I went down to like wait in line for the normal toilets, and I had a girl there. It was her first convention, and she like had also her first cosplay on that day. And she already collapsed once. And, like, she didn't go to the toilet. She ate something that was bad. Like, she reacted badly to the food. And she kind of ran up to us because we were, like, further up in the line. And she was like, is it okay if I, like, come to you? It's, like, my first convention. And I really need to go to the toilet. I'm scared of basically shitting myself. And we were like, oh, yeah, of course we know you. Hello, friend. But I felt really bad for her because she didn't eat enough, she didn't drink enough, she already collapsed one time. She was completely underprepared, and she had basically the most traumatizing experience you can have at your first convention. And we kind of took her in. And I think that's like a reason why we offer this candy is because people need sugar. Like a lot of people don't drink enough. I mean, we can like rarely offer like any drinks. I think we're actually prohibited from doing that for obvious reasons. So at least we can offer some candy to people so they get some sugar in. To be honest, you can go to like a small convention. There are conventions who have only like a few thousand attendees, like local ones. I think those are a good experience. I also prefer them in my memory a lot more. But yeah, if you cannot stand crowds, the artist alley is hell. Like, we were in the outside, and even with us, it sometimes got really crowded and overwhelming. And it is really stressful and draining. All the people who came with us also kind of confirmed that it was just a lot. But I mean, it's on the other hand, it's great that it's a lot because it's great for artists. And I think if you, like, have any kind of standing, if you have an audience and people who like your stuff, I think it's like, you can make a shit ton of money there. I don't want to know what kind of money the big booth next to us made. Like, they completely sold out. So, big conventions have their perks. But we're probably gonna, like, tour around with smaller ones for the next few months. Probably the Dokomi is gonna be the next big convention again next year. I'm gonna apply for a workshop again, so hopefully I'll get accepted. And if we're lucky, all the other artist friends we have will also get accepted, and then we can just have like a solitary. Solitary? No, that's like lonely in English. But we can basically have a line of people who know each other and who can support each other. That's like our goal. That we all get accepted and we can just all hang out in one line. I think that would be really funny. Oh, you're attending next year too? Yeah. Looking forward to that too. So I know that a person is there who likes Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann and Trigger stuff. Because I'm also thinking about doing maybe a Gurren Lagann artwork at some point. But I don't know what kind of thing. Like a booth parade, yeah. Something along those lines would be fun, I think. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking about what else to talk about. So if you have questions, you can ask them now. I'm kind of trying to recap what else I experienced. We had like commissions and stuff. I was thinking about doing Yoko. I feel really bad for Yoko. I think it's not fair that every dude she kisses dies. I think that's just very. I actually don't like that. I kind of get why, but also. But please let my girl get a man. I'm gonna buy 3 at least. Oh, that sounds like a threat. But also very promising. I'll see what I can do. Trigger Gynex fans unite. I mean, I understand it. I also bought 2 Kill la Kill prints this year. Wait, I'm gonna show them. They were really awesome. Oh, we gave away a lot. I didn't count, but we had to restock them and stuff. We had to kind of tell people to take them. Like, sometimes people looked very interested and were like, oh, that looks pretty. And I had to kind of be like, oh, here are my... How many followers did I gain on social media? I think I cannot say yet. I gained a few. But if any other people are as dead as I am, I think we're gonna go through their cards, like, very slowly. Ganex and Trigger for the win. For real. For real. It was really funny when I did my workshop. I actually cited Studio Trigger as an example because I had one point in my PowerPoint where I was like, concentrate on the cool stuff. Because if you're like doing these small animatics on your own as a hobby, and you put a lot of time into stuff that can be done with more limited animation, you should really consider, yeah, the Satsuki and Ryoko prints. I'm gonna show them in a minute. I arranged them really cool in my room. But basically what I said was like, okay, you cannot put all your energy into like all that stuff when you're just doing this on your own for fun. You should instead aim to make the cool moments in your animation look really cool, and then you kind of fill in the other stuff like still in a decent way, but it's still as impressive. And I cited kind of Studio Trigger with like, yeah, real animation studios do this as well. Like when Trigger moves stuff like they are a static PNG or stuff like that. And then a kid had the guts to kind of raise their hand and be like, yeah, but, you know, that doesn't change the fact, like, I mean, first he was like talking decently and he had the point to say, and then he was like, but second, like, showing breasts or moving stuff or like having sudden alien invasions doesn't like make a good story or stuff like that. And I just stared at the kid for a minute and I was like, is this a dig against Kill la Kill? And he was like, maybe, but also the other stuff. And then I just looked at him for a moment and I was like, you can be so glad that this isn't a discussion panel because I would have a lot to say to you. And then I just turned around and kept doing my presentation. Wait. I need to go on my Instagram because that's where I posted it. I hate Instagram. There we go. This one. And I kind of hang them like this on my closet. And I think it's really cool because they're looking down or up to each other. I instantly saw them. I even already saw them when we built our booth. And I was like, I need to get them. I think it would be really fun if a Dokomi started to offer panels, because I think workshop is a very misleading description of some of the stuff we're doing. Because what I basically did was a TED talk. I did a PowerPoint presentation. But yeah, these prints are really awesome and I love them. And I now love to look at these. Dude, I bought these too! Of course you did. They are great. I love them. But the stand in and of itself, the artist is, I think they actually are professional. And you can see that they are professional. I really love them. I didn't buy a lot this year because, you know, I was there as an artist and I wanted to earn money and not spend too much. I think we still spent like 200 euros in the artist alley or even more. But I needed those. I looked at them and I was like, I need those. I'm gonna get those. I don't care. And yeah, no, they're at my closet. And we are probably gonna fill the other panels that the closet has with manga panels. So they kinda stay black and white, but also it's not like these empty spaces. But this looks really cool. Like, I can look back at my closet and it makes me so happy to see them. Ah. Can you tell that I'm really passionate about that series? I also think it's funny that like, I think Nick said it, that friends of yours bought my prints and you saw them. Do they know about me, or is this like of a case of your friends have similar taste as you, so they buy stuff from me because you follow me, because, and they, you know what I mean, I think that's funny. You can tell that people kind of gravitate to the same stuff. Okay, any more questions? Because I think my voice is giving up. Like, at the workshop, I had to take several breaks for drinking. I kind of dodged that by being like, hey, do you have any questions? Think of questions. I'm gonna take a sip now. And, yeah. I mean, how long am I talking? Over an hour! Okay, I think if you don't have any questions, I'm gonna end this soon. Because my voice is like, you spent 3 days talking, like, straight out. Why are you doing this? Okay, did you promote your YouTube channel? The channel is on my cards, and I did it in the animatic panel. But I kind of want to focus more on drawing right now, so I didn't want to push that too much. What is this, your workshop? Yeah. Gonna see if I, like, overread something. Ah, conventions are far away. 4+ hours. Ah, that sucks. Oh, I'm looking petrified again. Ah! Model! I'm really not looking forward that if, like, the streams get more popular, I need to buy better equipment, and the best VTube equipment you can have for, like, face detection is like an iPhone. So I guess I'm gonna buy an iPhone to just have it here under my desktop. Okay. The unofficial German Crunchyroll server? What? Okay, the letter could actually be familiar with me. I mean, there was, like, a few people who, like, one person recognized me from my YouTube videos, and they kinda, like, they saw my booth and they looked at me and had me, like, made eye contact. And he got slower And I looked at him and he looked away, and you know, you could see that he hesitated to get over, and I just aggressively made eye contact with him. And then he was like, okay, I think I need to go there now. And then he came and he was like, you know, I know you from your YouTube channel. And I was like, you don't say. And then I gave him a sticker, and then he was like, okay, I think I'm gonna buy the Kill la Kill one or something, or some other print. And I was like, good thing I noticed that about you. No questions. But the workshop was great. Ah, thanks. Glad to hear that. Ah, the Random Figures Pro Tip. I remember you. Be more of my Dragon Boy. Yeah, I'm gonna probably upload that on my animatic channel soon. And I'm in, like, just in general gonna upload more soon. But glad to hear it was fun. I was really overwhelmed with the workshop at first. I was like, what? 80 people? What the hell? I didn't expect that. But yeah, that's like another thing that I don't want to talk too much about it because I tend to make decisions on stuff like this too fast. But the whole convention kinda confirmed me in my gut feeling that I'm gonna move more to like doing animatics, more manga, and less video essay stuff. But like if I do video essays, I want to do them very good. Like I want to do the really intense ones. Oh yeah, I know that one. Right. So I kind of want to like put more emphasis on the artist side because I kind of made both things equally. And I can tell that if I want to do more conventions and more animatics, I kind of need to concentrate on that more. And I kind of got confirmed in that feeling that I should do that. Because, you know, people told me that they like my stuff. Which is another perk, like when you're used to how the internet works and you just post your stuff in the void. Now it also makes sense, Bucket, that you just wrote that you also bought the Kill la Kill prints. That makes a lot of sense now. But yeah. When you're like used to the internet and you're like used to post stuff into the void and don't get feedback and you like see that people see your stuff but don't like it, you kind of get a screwed perspective how you yourself should view your work and how people judge your stuff. But if you actually sit there and you see people checking your stuff out and you kind of can read their reactions, you can kind of see, okay, it's not like everyone just looks at my stuff and is like, meh. Like, of course some people are. There are also very rude people who kind of criticize art as they go by, which is like a jerk move to do because you know we can hear you. So maybe you should be careful because you can really trash someone's day by doing stuff like that if they already don't sell well and they just hear like someone saying like, oh my god, how can they be at this alley? Which is not something that was said about us. I think some people were like criticizing my Chainsaw Man artwork because they thought it was not in character or stuff like that, which was really weird. I can hear that. We can hear that. We are not like deaf, you know. But most of the time people just look at stuff and you can just see subtle reactions in their face. Some people smile, some people point. Some people... I love the people who gave compliments to the artwork and I had to shout over to them, thank you, because they basically just said it into the void. And I think it's kind of the same with likes and like comments on social media, but they don't translate as intensely as just seeing the people doing that face to face. So that was a really, really valuable experience for me. Chainsaw Man fans are the best at not understanding Chainsaw Man art. Yeah, I kind of got that impression. Like, people were like, looking at my stuff and like talking about the Chainsaw Man art, and I could hear that some people thought it was a chipping fan art, which it wasn't. One person thought it wasn't right, and that was really funny because it was a dude who was like, yeah, nah, not with Makima, and then his girlfriend, or at least female friend, was just like, what do you mean it's Makima? This makes complete sense. And I think that was just really fun to hear. So yeah, it's really interesting to have like face-to-face reactions, because I know I'm a lurker too, and it's very easy to not say anything. But what I also learned, and I try to be less of a lurker because of that, is that for artists, the best motivator is just a small compliment. Like, you don't need to get that much into it. You don't need to be like, you know, praising them to the heavens or something, but just saying, hey, your stuff is cool, is already, like, great. Like, you'd never hear me talk as much as I may write in chat. Yeah, I mean, that's, like, the difference, right? I also felt so bad, like, when you're in a booth, you kind of try to sell yourself. So you kind of try to greet everyone who's at your booth at some point. And what I needed to learn was to not say hey to anyone. Hey! Hey, Elena. It was so great to meet you at Dokomi. I wanted to write that to you. Yeah, exactly that! I wanted to say that too, because you might have not, like, seen in my expression, because I was already very tired and exhausted at that point. I was really happy to see you. I also wanted to write that to you personally again, but I'm still exhausted and dead, so that's that. And yeah, like, meeting people, I also met in Pagatox, and I recognized him. I felt so smart. Oh, and there was one wholesome fan interaction. I don't know. He told me that he was looking forward to my stream, so maybe he's in chat. But I was just walking around with a friend, and I was not anticipating to get recognized at all, because, you know, I only have 600 subscribers and stuff. And, you know, he approached me and asked very kindly if he, like, could have some of my time, and then greeted me very friendly and stuff, and made a selfie with me, and I was so overwhelmed by it, but it was really wholesome in the end. That was also very, like, wholesome. And all those little things, like people saying my workshop was interesting, interacting with me, following me seeing people now in chat again, but I can kind of make the connections and be like, oh, it's that person. That's really great. And it's very motivating. So maybe you can hear I'm kind of excited. I think that this might actually have been so important for me to do. And you know, I didn't oh wait, I shouldn't do that. I'm on stream. I shouldn't go into my YouTube stuff. I wanted to look how many subscribers I have. I think I'm at 667. So ironically, like 10 less than is, like, written on here on the goal. Because I couldn't figure out how I could put down the count on Streamlabs, because apparently on Streamlabs they don't anticipate that you lose subscribers. So the count only goes up but not down, which is really funny. But you know, that doesn't bother me anymore, because I got so much good feedback that I'm really motivated to keep doing what I'm doing. So, thanks to everyone who supports me and who's, like, in chat right now and stuff like that. That's so important. It also was, like, a real cure for, like, all the doubts and anxiety that kind of built up with the frustration of not getting anywhere. And I was really scared of the Dokomi and if it could be a disaster. And, you know, we didn't make that much money. But I think the experience was actually more important than the monetary gain from it. Also, I think the workshop might have done a lot of stuff. It was kind of scary. I only brought, like, a few cards, because I thought it was, like, 10 people. And then it was 80, and I was like, yeah, my cards are here in the front, but I don't have many, so go and grab them if you want. And people actually ran in front to grab these cards, and I was like, oh my god, this is getting scary at this point. Looks like we haven't heard, but Steph's selling managed to go to 800,000 again. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, meeting people was really cool. My overall vibe is positive. I needed that. Was really a dopamine boost overall. The only bad thing is that it's not really motivating for me to like take a pause from creating stuff to write my bachelor thesis. I still need to graduate. I still need that diploma. So I kind of need to like manage. I need to figure out how I can write that, but also can keep the momentum I have going now. That's gonna be a really big challenge for me. Like, if I could do art and stuff as a part-time job, I'm not talking like a full job, but as a part-time job that kind of pays a bit, and I could quit my other day job right now, like my part-time job, next to university and stuff, that would change so much. So I'm kind of like, I want to keep going, so people who follow me now don't get disappointed by it, and I can, you know, gain more subscribers and stuff. But I need to do real life stuff as well. It's a struggle I'm already having. And oh my god, my voice is cracking again. I need to take a sip. But yeah, I'm gonna do a workshop next year as well. Probably the same one, maybe. I don't know yet. Also because it's a very easy way to get accepted at the convention, because if you convince them with your concept, you kinda get a free application confirmation. And I had the feeling people liked it. Like, sometimes in between, I wasn't sure if people like it, but I got, like, that's why I started to do the little jokes, because when people laugh at your little jokes and like them, then you kind of get the confirmation that they're actually interested. The workshop is in German. Yeah, I was also kind of confused at first, because I was like, okay, I can do it in English, but it's gonna be more of a struggle. But it was completely in German. I know that next year they are, and this is not confirmed, this is a rumor that I heard somewhere, so don't go around and spread it, but I heard that they're going to plan to even offer like workshops for 200 people. And I think at that point they should call it a panel, because you cannot do a workshop. You cannot like have interactive stuff happening. I think what I did was barely a workshop, it was more like an introductory presentation to like how to do animatics and stuff. I'm kind of glad it was in German. That was way easier. Right now I'm also like, why did I switch language to English? Because I probably got a lot of German followers again. I mean, I also have a German Twitter and an English Twitter, so... And my Discord has a German potato corner. That's also something that exists. Oh my god, I need to post on my Discord more from now on. And I need to like manage my Patreon better. And oh my god, I need to organize my life in the next 2 weeks a bit, I think. I need to kind of figure out how to do stuff. It would be so much easier if I didn't have a part-time job that doesn't have to do with anything. But I just need to do to get the money in. Yes, potato. Okay, my voice is losing it. Any more questions? Because else I'm gonna end it here soon. I've been streaming for 1 hour and 30 minutes. And I didn't even think that was possible. Like, my body is hurting. It's still healing. That was a very intense weekend. I think it's possible to get used to this, but you could also tell after the convention closed, everyone was packing up so fast. Everyone was tired and done and just wanted to get away. One thing that happened was really cool, that a person from Portugal, a helper of an artist who's from Portugal, went around and handed out free artwork because they would otherwise just have thrown it away. Because they couldn't transport it back home. Stuff like that happens. Or like artists going around and exchanging artwork. That's all very wholesome and fun, and I love that stuff like that happened. And I think that's one of the only regrets that I have, that I didn't talk to more artists, but it was so stressful that I couldn't put that in. Oh, I'm tired. I need to sleep all day. Again tomorrow. It was so exhausting. I put all my work and energy into it. Yeah, yes, I have a Discord. I think it's in the description, and hopefully the link works. It's a pretty inactive Discord for now, because I don't have a lot of people participating in it. A few people are. I'm really grateful for you guys who are posting in there. And I know that it's also my fault for not interacting enough there. But you also need to know that the last 2 weeks I basically spent drawing and printing and cutting and preparing. So, if the community grows, the server will also grow. And, yeah, I kind of want to use it as a substitute for Twitter. Because I got really tired with Twitter the last few weeks. I also have a TikTok now. I made that account a while ago, and my boyfriend was like, yeah, we should post on TikTok. And I was like, but I don't want to post on TikTok. I don't feel TikTok as much as I do YouTube and other platforms. And he just posted there, and now I have TikTok, and I guess I need to use it as well. Oh no, my model! My model! Calm down. Okay. And I know that TikTok is great for, like, advertising and stuff, so I need a social media manager, but I cannot pay one. I doubt I'll ever install that app. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Like, it's not that I'm not like the kind of boomer person who says like, yeah, TikTok is just bad. Like, young people stuff, bad. It's just like, I have the thing that kind of reminds me of an old grandma. I need to get used to platforms, and if I don't know how it works, I get really anxious about using it. Because, you know, like, I know how Twitter works. And with Twitter, it's like retweeting stuff, and you interact with people in the, only with like retweets, quote tweets, and answering their posts. And, I have to prep posts and put them in a queue. Yeah, that's also true. And you know, that's kind of the language that I learned for social media. And TikTok and Instagram work very differently each. It's even with Tumblr. Even Tumblr culture is so different from Twitter culture. And I only got Tumblr after years now. So I'm proud I'm able to do that. Right now I'm figuring out Instagram because a lot of artists are just there. Tumblr bubble. And oops, I told him TikTok is the big thing now. I mean, you didn't need to tell him, but I think that you actually told him in detail that it's working very good, motivated him. And I mean, it's fine, but I'm just so overwhelmed with how stuff works. There's like, oh, the fact that when I open TikTok, it instantly plays a video of stuff that makes me want to throw my phone against the wall. And I feel so old and outdated. I feel like I'm a grandma, like, oh, the kids but nowadays. Insta seems to be the place creatively to now. Yeah, and I don't understand it, because I don't think Instagram is ideal either. But if it's a place where I will, like, be able to share my stuff, I'm gonna do it there too. Basically, for now, I'm gonna play every single one. Like you can see over here, right? I have Pixiv, I have Tumblr. I even have DeviantArt. It's only gonna grow from now on. I'm gonna play all the sites and all the games, and I will figure out which one works best for me, and then I will probably concentrate on that one. Instagram is weird. Yeah, it's like you have the posts, but the posts are not like posting on Twitter. You do like a thing that's supposed to be more important than, you know, oh my god, bro, I went and take a shit or something like that. Like, your post is more meaningful and not as fast. You have stories. And as I see it, stories are the main way of interacting on Instagram. And you have reels. And I have no idea what role reels play in all in this, except for the fact that they try to, like, compete with TikTok. And what you do is you share your stories, and if someone shares a story where they interact with you, you share that story as well. It's so weird. Wait. Give it 3 minutes of use and it has figured you out. Yeah. People use reels, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Tumblr I use for, like, I will use for posting probably my story without liberation and to, like, cater to an international audience there. Because I think creating a fandom around yourself on Tumblr is actually pretty convenient. And with TikTok, I don't know, what are the kinds of interactions on TikTok? Like, guys, help a grandma out. Says the 25-year-old who is basically in the TikTok generation and just missed it for a few years. You have the short videos, and people like them and comment under them. Do they also share them? Is there, like, a way to share that content with others? Or is it just by boosting it with, like, comments and likes, you kind of share it around with your bubble? That how it works? Like, for me, YouTube and Twitter are my home. Tumblr I kind of figured out now. DeviantArt is... I think DeviantArt is cameos and duets. Oh yeah, right! You can react to other people's content in, like, the split screen thing. Ah, that sounds so... That sounds anxiety-inducing. You know how much I needed to get over the awkwardness of quote treating people? I'm really shy when it comes to interacting online. Yeah, I don't know how the TikTok art scene works as well. Like, that's a thing. I talked with someone who follows artists and they're like, yeah, I only have TikTok. And I'm like, okay, I see you can do speed paints. You can kind of make cool videos where you present your artwork, I guess. But it's not like an art sharing platform. Only the algorithm. The algorithm is the all-knowing master of TikTok. I see. I see. Yeah, I just need to figure this out. I still have hopes that maybe another platform will swoop in and kind of take Twitter's place, and maybe it will be suited to artists and fandom. That's kind of what I hope. I also think, like, a proper art platform is missing. Like, the fact that, you know, the only real platforms that exist for sharing comics are Webtoon and Tapas, and both of them are strictly for the scroll down comic format, right? But I am drawing a traditional manga. I am actually drawing it with, like, a book in mind. And I cannot post that anywhere nicely. Like, I have double spread pages in my manga. Where can I post these without them being chopped up like they are in the Shonen Jump app? I guess I'm gonna use my animatics for TikTok because that's the only format that I have that works well for them. Which means I need to do more animatics, more Dragon Boy, and more Hanaka stuff. I need to do so much more stuff. It would be way easier if it would be my job. Yeah, I could do like short opinion pieces where like trash little boys who think that Trigger is just tits and giggles. Which I mean, Trigger is a lot tits and giggles, but I'm so looking forward to Patty's stocking. Would manga decks work for that? I don't know. Let's find out. Misato-san is a bit cold towards her boss who pampers. I don't know if you can actually... Yeah, you have to watch it soon. It's fun. At least in my memory, it's fun. I tried to figure out if that's something where you can upload. There's gonna be a panty stocking renewal. Like, I haven't read a lot about it. I just saw the trailer and I'm really stoked. But as far as I have it in my head, it's like a reboot with a proper conclusion, right? Or is it gonna pick up where we left? As far as I understood it, it's like both. It's like new, but also they will add a conclusion, which is not like I'm actually a demon. I shouldn't look shocked when I did that. Oh, that sounds great with the Gurren Lagann movies. We can watch it together. I don't know if you can actually upload yourself there. Like, honestly, still the best freaking site to upload a manga in a proper way is freaking Animex, which is where we'll probably upload the German version of my manga, because it just has the best stuff to do that. Wait, I'm gonna go to the Dojin side. Like, look, you have a proper chapter overview. You click on that thing, and then you go page by page. And you can even upload, like, spread pages there. And it even has, like, a thing where you can put in all the characters. You can connect all the art you do of your characters and link it to the... Webtoon doesn't work for manga. Webtoon only hosts webtoons. You always have the scroll down format. I cannot use that. I will not chop my pages into pieces. It just doesn't work when you look at Webtoon. Right? And you look into a chapter. It can only be in this format. This is the format of Webtoons. And chopping up your pages will not get you anywhere. And the thing is, when you look into my manga... Wait a second. Hello, me. Looking kinda awkward. And after this rant, I will stop because my voice. We're hitting the 2-hour mark. That's the mark where I need to stop. Don't like the format. Yeah, same. I I feel so bad when I tell that to people who really like Webtoon, but I really don't like the scroll down format. Some series do great stuff with it, but a lot of Webtoons look kinda lazy in their paneling. Because all they do is kinda make a sequenced thing out of it. And there's nothing really interesting happening. And see, I have... This is a double spread. How would I put that into a proper Webtoon format? I could shrink it down, but it's not the same effect as if you were like going through the manga page by page and then you have, boom, the spread shot. Same here. Like, this is not strictly a double spread, but this is supposed to be like a scene. They go through the street. You know, this is the left. If you would put this in a manga, this would be on the left side of the book. And you would turn the page, and then it would be BAM! Right? Did I do that another time? I mean, the end thing is a spread page, but this could work as a Webtoon. I don't like showing my unfinished stuff. But yeah, like, stuff like this doesn't work in Webtoon formats. Yeah, I'm also probably gonna kinda upload them and that. I was actually thinking about just doing a website myself. Why am I looking so shocked? ViewTube model. Chill. Chill, chill, chill. Wait a second. I think it got too dark in my room. Ah, it's back! Okay. I'm probably just gonna do my own website and host it on sites that allow some kind of formatting that works with manga. Like Tumblr, for example. I can do a few things and direct to the website. I will probably promote new chapters on social media and just link to the website and stuff. Because there isn't really a platform that's like made for like traditional comics in mind. Like Webtoon is a big thing, and it's kind of cool, and I respect it, and I respect everyone who can like tell a compelling story in that format, obviously. But for me personally, I just cannot understand the language. You know, I learned so much about manga and how to direct people's eyes and how to make great page transitions, stuff like that, and just like doing a Webtoon puts all that to waste because all you do is kind of sequence it, and then it's only about what you show and not how you show it. Like, some people still do cool stuff, like there's one Webtoon which is like about the ship between a witch and a vampire, and you have a really cool shot where you can kind of see the furniture flow. Like, they use magic that makes things float, and they float over the pages. Your Tumblr could work. That's also a possibility. Wait, I think it's a Webtoon. Maybe I can think it. I can find it. Don't know how it's called. Do you have like a search field? I don't know how it's called, so I cannot look it up. But there they use like a few cool things to kind of tell the story. But okay, I think I'm gonna stop for here now. My voice is cracking. Yeah, we're gonna DOS. Yes, it's called like, oh my god, you just googled it. I'm stupid. Okay, it's just called after the characters. But here, I can show you what I think is cool use of the Webtoon page. This is cool. Like, you can see all the stuff flowing around the page, and then you get down and it's like this. This is cool design. This is like storytelling. where they use the different animals, elements to kind of lead through the entire scroll. And that's really cool. Like, this is working with the format. I also think this format is good for horror. You can do, like, cool horror things where every scroll is kind of... But a lot of web comics are just, like, panel per panel and nothing cool's happening. Yeah, these smooth transitions, right? This is nice. They're actually working with the format, but a lot of webtoons do not work with the format. They're just, like, scroll down. Panel by panel, and there's nothing exciting happening. So I think that's a good example for a good webtoon. But I want to do a manga and not a webtoon, so there's that. I might consider doing webtoons for like shorter stuff. Just like, for example, if I do a small webtoon with a sushi trio, I would do that in the webtoon format. Or like maybe with Cringe is Dead, a small thing that would work. But the manga I want to do, nah, that's not gonna fit there. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna stop for now. My VTube model gets a bit glitchy from time to time. My voice is cracking. And I think I talked a lot about the convention. I'm gonna do like a proper video. I'm probably gonna do for my Patreons a recap where I go over it again and like what I think I'm gonna do in the future. Talk more about future conventions and stuff. And then at some point I'm gonna do like a whole recap and be like also like what I recommend you people to do, what mistakes to not make, stuff like that. But for now, I think I just need to process the entire weekend still. I'm still tired, I'm still exhausted, my voice is exhausted, and my brain is not working. My brain is really not working right now. But yeah, I want to say thank you to everyone who kind of gave me like positive feedback for the convention and the stuff that I did, for the people who bought the prints. I'm so excited when new people came in who I actually already met in person. And I hope you will like my future stuff. Probably gonna change a lot in the future. Like, I think right now is kind of like a turning point, maybe, for me. And I kind of need to adjust things. I need to take care of my university stuff. I don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna do it. And yeah, the VTube model is not working properly as well. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you for following and keeping up with me. And I'm looking forward to see you next week on Monday stream. For the new people, I'm always streaming Monday 7:30 Europe Central Time. Like, that's my usual streaming time. And I'm gonna check out the Discord now that people joined. Cool to have met all you cool people. I'm gonna have a good rest now. Was an interesting stream. Glad to hear. I'll see you guys over, and I think that's enough saying bye and thank you. So, good night or good day wherever you are. Have a